Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Monday, the 22nd of January, 2024. Just doing a real estate tap in with you for today. I'm going to attach a video to this, a link to a video. Lady by the name of Melanie Wright. She was doing an interview on the Thoughtful Money, I guess you call it a podcast, or the YouTube channel. But I think everybody should, you should watch it. It's about an hour long, so maybe take it in, cut it up a little bit. But, there's a lot of issues, with the housing market right now, and underlying issues in terms of the fundamentals. A lot of people are in some form of delinquency right now. And I know we're getting a lot of news saying that everything is okay, everything is good, Bidenomics, and this is, I'm not trying to be political here. I'm just trying to let people know that the fundamentals and underlying data shows that, that there are people, in some bad situations when it comes to the housing. And she kind of talks about that and a few other things in that video. So I really think that it's, a good video to watch. The other reason why I want you to watch it, because they do talk about how creative finance, creating notes, taking over property subject to, is something that, they're starting to see more of. A lot of that data is not being reported because of the way the transaction is done. You really don't post it, on public record and things like that, because it's a quick, fast, easier kind of transaction. Well, she says that it's not easy. It is a little complex to do it, but those are getting done more and more. And why is that? Is that because a lot of times people, probably two reasons. They own the property free and clear, and it makes sense for them, or they own it with a small mortgage, and it makes sense for them to create a note because you get a down payment, you get a monthly check on that particular property, and then you're still owed money in the future. The other reason is that there is some form of distress. Somebody, some life event happened that's causing them to sell their property or need to sell it, and they may not have a ton of equity. They might have bought right before the pandemic or during the pandemic, and life has changed and they need to move. So they talk about how that can be a solution to what this market is bringing, some of the challenges that it is bringing. So, and then I'm going to do a video on how we protect ourselves, both the buyer and the seller, when doing sub 2. I'm going to show you, how we put these things together, the type of documents, the type of process that we go through when creating financing, creating a note in a mortgage, usually for a buyer. And then what we do, when we take over the property from the seller as well. And the way that that is handled makes a big difference in these particular types of deals, because if you don't do them right, if you don't structure them correctly, have the proper paperwork and everything like that, it increases your risk, and the probability of something going wrong is greater. And you'll hear her talk about how you have to be careful when doing this, and a lot of people are not doing them correctly and stuff like that. So we're going to do a video in regards to that, and we'll post it when it's up sometime this week, probably before Thursday. We'll make that video, and we're just going to kind of go through and, like I said, just show you what is being used, how the process goes, and hopefully this will help people not feel that they're taking a gigantic risk, if they're selling sub 2, or if they're buying sub 2 as well, buying a seller financed wrap note or wrap mortgage. So, we'll get that out. Hopefully, everybody will look at it. Either whatever side that you're on, if you're a buyer or a seller, you can see, the benefits on either side of it and the things that you can do to protect yourself. So be looking out for that. And like I said, watch the video link that's in the description of this video. I think it's really good. I'm going to put 2 links actually. One for when she was on the podcast, and then another one, she was in DC, kind of walking around downtown where the Fed is, and that's a video too with a couple other people, and just hear what they have to say. That one's a lot shorter. It's only like 11 minutes long. So watch those 2 links. Go follow her. Even, no matter if you're an investor, just regular buyer, seller, she definitely has a lot of good information on the housing market and what's going on from a national level. So, you can be living in, different parts of the country, and she has some great information, and she's pretty consistent with putting that information out there. All right, everyone, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.